It's 11:11. I had to start this shit on 11:11. By the time this video done, you will understand. What's up, peoples? What's up, my niggas? Before I get started, I have to give some announcements that, okay, this Sunday, me and your boy Ravana Noon, again, we're going to be discussing the importance of avoiding the second death as a black adept. We're going to discuss that shit. We're going to talk about that. Also, when I'm done with that show, my Natural Order of Everything show that's on TalkShoe.com, me, you know what I'm saying, Eugene Butler, IGN Jones, and Michael Bell, as well as a few guests that we're going to have on. We're going to have a show where we're going to be discussing the Holy Death and Los Santísimo Muerte, you know what I'm saying, getting ready for the Cinco de Mayo and all of that celebration and shit, and working with that energy and how we, you know what I'm saying, the results we get from that and all that other fly shit that we talk about. So that's going to be going on as well. That's going to start at like 8 o'clock. So as soon as I'm done with the Ravana Noon show, I'm going to hop on to do that show. You see what I'm saying? Been real busy, being, you know what I'm saying, connecting, making a lot of, you know what I'm saying, connecting the dots on a lot of different things, but I had to really, I had to make this video today, man, because there's some shit that's happened to me. I got to talk about it. First of all, I went to sleep last night, you know what I mean, not, because, you know, it wasn't no basketball game also, it was early, it was like 9 o'clock, I don't really never go to sleep that early, but, you know what I'm saying, I had no intention. I didn't have an intention of doing any work last night. I was like, I'm just going to go to sleep, lay down with my wife and go to sleep. But when I woke up this morning, I felt different. I felt like something happened. You know what I mean? Something happened to me when I was on the astral last night. And what I mean by that is, and one of the realizations that came to me and that I'm able to understand now is that due to the so much subconscious reprogramming that I've done over the years, and due to me weaponizing my sleep patterns, like consciously working on having lucid experiences all the time within my dream and just being able to control the astral like I've done, I now know that I don't have to consciously try to do that. It happens automatically. It comes online. You know what I'm saying? No different from your immune system that it just come online naturally to attack any type of pathogen or any type of illness that your body, you know what I'm saying, takes on or whatever. It just happens naturally. But one of the biggest revelations though is, for whatever reason, I'm sure it has something to do with him showing up on the astral, but Bobby Hemmett was on my mind when I woke up. And I remember I made a past video where I talk about I can't get nothing from Bobby Hemmett or Phil Valentine or Brother Panic. They work. I feel like I've learned everything that I is to learn from that. It's not true. And through images, through memories of shit that he said in the past, in relation to the previous video that I made about the whole abduction and the universe B and that old type of shit, a huge puzzle piece, boom, 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 came together. Also, with my you know what I'm saying, my work I've done, that I've been doing the last couple of weeks in building, you know what I'm saying, building a bridge together or the puzzle pieces together on just on, you know what I'm saying, putting orders to the chaos energy, so to speak, and how it relates to me. But outside of that, what was revealed to me last night, when I woke up, that's why I had to make a video about this. So basically, this is what the information that Bobby Hemmett, how he transmuted. He didn't speak it. It was like through images and through sound clips of his previous videos and shit in the past, in relation to the things that I'm going through right now as we speak, and working on my DNA and my I Ching and activating that old shit and using acoustics to stimulate the natural forces of the DMT to produce that naturally without ingesting it and being able to, you know, do what I do, what I talk about. Basically, in a nutshell, is that this reality, like we talk about, it's an hallucination. It's a simulation. But it's more so that everywhere that we look, everywhere that we observe, outside of the physical framework that we see that consists of matter, is universe B. Is non-Euclidean geometry that's just past the boundaries of, or the density of, this third dimensional reality. And me doing so many experiments with that vision and that creativity and that visualization that I build up within myself and unlocking my DNA and shit like that, I'm able to see that everywhere I go now, where it's no different from, you know, I hear people talk about seeing the code, like within the matrix, being able to see the numerical codes of everything, being able to relay that and what it, you know what I'm saying, understand what that means for you individually or collectively. I'm able to see the non-Euclidean structure of everything. I'm able to see beyond the veil. I pierce the veil. But it's not just coming from reprogramming my subconscious mind or to allow myself to do that. It's something else also, because what I'm realizing now and doing so much DNA work, where it talks about the junk DNA, right? That's melanin. But our genetic structure of melanin is a technology. And not only does the subconscious mind has to be reprogrammed, your melanin has to be reprogrammed as well. Because our biological soup, this meat soup that we find ourselves navigating this third dimensional reality in, is also the genetic code, the structure that's embedded within our biology, our physiology, whatever, is also working in conjunction with the subconscious mind, or it is the subconscious mind as well, because it's darkness and it all talks about that. It's also producing this third dimensional matrix or reality around ourselves. That's where it's coming from within us. It's not just coming from the subconscious mind, it's coming from your entire being. You see what I'm saying? And we're producing this third dimensional matrix. So what I'm understanding is that outside of this framework of time and space, outside of the frameworks of third dimensional reality, or outside the frameworks of dimension, period, we are one entity. We are one collective monster, so to speak. We are one collective. We're a concept. We're not a person. We're a principality. And that principality, from what I'm understanding, is chaos. The triple stage of the darkness. Ein Sof, and Ein Sofar. That shit within the clip off for the tree of life, that's what we are. And we didn't like fall down. We chose to do this. We chose to navigate coming through the dimensional planes of existence, building more and more density to come here to build ourselves back up, to remember, to reprogram ourselves as living as like mortal flesh, all the way back up to divinity, so to speak. You see what I'm saying? But me working on my personal DNA, right? Me working on my personal trauma, going through the subconscious reprogramming on myself. I'm not only impacting myself, I'm not only clearing the limitations and the traumatic experiences, I'm not only transmutating those energies and those emotions for myself in this corporeal reality, corporeal existence that I find in myself in. What I'm understanding now is that me working on that shit for myself is impacting all of my ancestors that's embedded within my DNA, that's embedded within my melanin. You see what I'm saying? I'm not separate from them. You see what I'm saying? All the experiences of everything that happened to my cultural or ancestral line within my genetics, that's still there. And by me doing the work now, and you know what I'm saying, me thinking I'm just doing it personally for me, it's bigger than me. You see what I'm saying? I'm changing the past by impacting, you know what I'm saying, by, you know what I'm saying, doing the work now that's going to impact the future and the past in this now moment, by me unlocking and clearing the pathways of all my ancestors' ancestral line, of any traumatic experience, anything, all limitations and boundaries placed upon them or that they experienced in the past. Now, I'm doing that now. So not only am I doing that for me and my ancestors, now I'm impacting the whole melanin, you know what I'm saying, on the planet within the people that have the ancestral bloodline or cultural heritage and things of that nature, because we're one entity. We are one and the same when it comes to that. We're shards of chaos, or we are chaos energy. And outside of space and time, like I told you, we're one entity. We're one collective principalities in high places. You see what I'm saying? Where that talks about in Ephesians 6:12. They was talking about us outside of this, running everything. So when you hear Brother Panic talk about, you know what I'm saying, we run everything. You see what I'm saying? We not, you know what I mean? Like they run around it, we run it. That's how it is. But it's not from I understand, like, from, you know what I'm saying, you hear that and you get real prideful and you think, yeah, that's right, you know what I'm saying? But it's more so, you don't have to do that, because you got to realize that, man, what we are is something beyond words, something beyond comprehension, really, that you will find in books and things of that nature. Those are pieces of the puzzle, but to be able to experience it and see it for yourself, I'm telling you, it changes everything. So by me speaking this, by me talking, and just use my voice as a framework, use the words and the language that I'm speaking to unlock your own DNA and your own genetic upgrade to, you know what I'm saying, get on the level I'm on. You know what I'm saying? For you to unlock those memories that you have within yourself, that's going to impact you going forward spiritually. You see what I'm saying? And being responsible with what comes with that. And what comes with that is reconnecting to your power. What comes with that is reconnecting with your true nature and your true essence. You won't have a choice but to allow that to express itself. But the importance that I'm understanding now is being able to surrender to the process of this energy. And something was very pointed out to me that's so profound by an individual that I communicate with, Narwa, through my emails. And this is some profound shit where it's a scene within Doctor Strange where Mordo was showing Doctor Strange, he was telling him to communicate or to surrender to the process, basically. Basically, when you surrender to this energy and allow it to flow through you, you take control of it. But by you trying to consciously wield it and control it and put your force behind it, that's when shit spiral out of control. You see what I'm saying? Because everything is backwards here. So outside of this, everything is in reverse of how this reality that we find ourselves in. You see what I'm saying? So it's almost like you just got to surrender to your energy and allow your work, allow the work that you put in, the self-deification of yourself, your all the ritual work that you put in, and working with these deities that you work with, the pantheons, whatever you're working with, allowing that to stand on its own to just be. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to say you God. You don't have to say you a Titan. You, of course you are. What the fuck you think going on here? You see what I'm saying? Who you trying to impress by saying that shit? I had to check myself on that shit. Like, why? For what? Who am I trying to impress? Why am I feeling so power hungry? I'm all powerful. It's all about me just reconnecting and remembering that. Just the memory. Just, oh shit, I am. You see what I'm saying? That doesn't have to be, I don't have to say that. I don't have to prove that to nobody. I am that. Like, why do I gotta, you know what I'm saying? So I take self-inventory on myself to be able to check myself and understand that, nah, this shit is bigger than me, man. This shit is bigger than anything that I can imagine. Thinking it's gonna, like, just impacting myself. So like I said, man, this is not just for you. This is for myself looking back. When I'm gonna do this video, I'm gonna look back on it, and it's gonna help me remember things. It's gonna help me reconnect even more, you know what I'm saying, memories in the past. It's gonna also impact my ancestral lineage in the past, and yours as well, and remembering what we are, and remembering that we in control of this whole thing. We in control of this whole simulation. You see what I'm saying? And it's not something negative. This is a beautiful process of coming down here and being able to reconnect with yourself on all dimensional planes of existence. But you're doing it and you're conducting or running this whole simulation from outside of space and time. You see what I'm saying? So I'm going to go into this. I'm going to go into now talking about the importance of, or a ritual that I did over the weekend. I'll talk about it in my last video, where I want to talk about Sirius. Why Sirius is so important to me. Like, what is it? You know what I'm saying? In relation with Sirius, Darth, within the, you know what I'm saying, the clip off, and Darth Vader. Well, like, now I got on my altar where I have it set up where I got Darth Vader standing atop of the sigil of chaos, basically, the ink pointed star or whatever, right? And I have my avatar that's right, you know what I'm saying, he pointing to it. And I got my Sirius. I don't have it with me right now. I lost it. It's in here somewhere, where I have a figurine of Sirius, the dog star, and I got that placed right in the middle. I got all my fucking crystals. I got all my magnets. I got me. You got my avatar. I got the Rogue Titan behind it, which is like my, you know what I'm saying, my hyper sigil or whatever. And I got Lucifer and I got Set. So basically the whole thing is, and I'm reabsorbing the magnetic energy, and I'm allowing this gateway to Sirius and to Universe B to open up within me. You see what I'm saying? That's how I got my shit set up. And that's Universe B is here. It's everywhere. It's everywhere that you are. Basically, it's the non-Euclidean geometry, that space that I talk about, that's outside of this. That's the true shit. And also what was revealed to me is that your imagination, the shit that you imagine, is the reality. And the shit that's within this reality that we see is the condensed version of that, but in reverse. This is the hallucination that we're hallucinating with the brain. We hallucinating this shit. But I don't say that in a negative way. It's for a reason. It's for you to find the codes or the codons within your genetic structure to unlock that shit, to put the pieces of the puzzle for you. And not only are you doing it for you, you're doing it for everybody that's connected with your DNA. And that means everybody that's connected with melanin. That means the entire planet. So not only are you impacting your genetic structure, the entire planet, you're impacting reality. You're warping reality by unlocking the codons in the genetic structure or working on your DNA, reprogramming it as you see fit to change the very tapestry of creation. Because from darkness gave birth to this light, a false light. You see what I'm saying? From chaos that we are gave birth to order. You see what I'm saying? That's what we doing. So it's almost as if it's a 100th monkey effect that takes place where, say for me specifically, I'm working on doing this shit, right? And I'm unlocking DNA codes. And next thing you know, I see videos, I see different topics of discussion that's brought up through videos and people online that's picking up on the thought forms that I released, that I've done myself to release into the ideosphere, that other people pick up, and they start to pick up on the same frequency and start doing the same thing. Everywhere. I'm noticing that I'm getting emails to confirm that, the confirmations of that, and the results from that. So when I see that, when I see other individuals picking up on those thoughts, that reinvigorates me. That gives me more momentum and more intensity in my work that I'm doing to just push the envelope even further. You see what I'm saying? Because like I talked about before, Universe B, or like Sirius. When I went to Sirius, it's not 8.6 light years away. It's not in the sky. It's not there. It's here. And wherever you stand, you know what I'm saying? Wherever you go is that's where you at. You take that everywhere you at. You see what I'm saying? Holy ground is where you stand, so to speak. So it's not out there. It's here. You see what I'm saying? You got to go here to go there. It's within you. It's within your melanin. It's within your genetic structure. Whatever the fuck this is, it's a technology. I understand it's a technology. And it's an advanced technology. And outside of this, it's antimatter. So when they talking about they looking for antimatter, they can't find where dark matter went, why they don't exist, why they can't find it, it's because it's within us. And they can't interface with it when they take it outside of us. When they extract our blood, chaos in the blood and all that shit, it becomes order. But when it's in us, and it's probably why they do so many scientific experiments and kidnapping and targeting individuals with a metagene, genetic potential and all that shit. It's probably why they're doing that, to see and observe chaos energy in this rawest, purest state within the body or within the technological suit that we placed ourselves in, within this melanated body that we have. That's gotta be what they're doing, but they can't interface with it when they take it outside the body. Because it's within us is chaos. When you take it out, it turns into order. It turns into something else that they can't work with. You see what I'm saying? So going like for me, Universe B for whatever purpose, and it also has something to do with Doth. It has something to do with the gateway. And like I said, I started this video at 1111 because that's a big number for me. You see what I'm saying? And I'm putting the pieces of the puzzle together for myself, not just you, but that's a gateway. And 1111, for whatever reason, when I interface with Sirius B, it turns into the Mensa or the Akashic records for me, and everything, like my whole entire existence. That means everybody that's connected with the DNA, within the junk DNA, within the metagene potential within us. So I'm going in and I'm able to pull in reinforcements from this plane of existence that's going to impact me here now, and that's also going to impact everybody hearing this and everybody that's connected with the DNA. So what I'm understanding is that that's exactly what they're trying to accomplish with the D-Wave and with that type of shit, where they talk about tapping into parallel realities and bringing in reinforcements from here that's going to impact themselves, you know what I'm saying, here, and all that shit that Jordy Rose is talking about. That now the technological version that they've created is a fucking retarded version of your natural default fucking DNA, your melanin, or your subconscious mind, so to speak. It's all connected. It's all connected. It's all one. You see what I'm saying? But we work with it holistically. You see what I'm saying? And we doing this shit. We doing it automatically, but we're unconscious of the shit that we doing. You see what I'm saying? It's what we are is so fucking big and vast that we're unconscious of ourselves. If that makes any sense. We're unconscious of the magnitude that we are, because if you understand the magnitude that you are, And if you unlock some shit and you maybe not, you know what I'm saying, done the work to prove that shit or to build your spiritual, you know what I'm saying, integrity up to interface with that raw ass energy that you have within you, it'll collapse your mind. It'll collapse your conscious mind. And you will go, it's almost as if it's a form of a lobotomy, so to speak. And you would just be somewhere drooling because it's too much. What we are is too much. So that's why we had to split ourselves off, or shards of Tiamat, so to speak, into being individual bodies. When that's space and time is an illusion that goes apart with this hallucination that we're all dreaming into existence, stimulated from the brain. But it's also coming from our melanin. Our melanin is producing this matrix around us. Nobody's doing this to us. We are doing this ourselves, because that's what this is an experiment. You see what I'm saying? That's what I've realized. That's what the images and the message that I got from Bobby Hemmett this morning. That's what the fuck was on my mind. I could not think about this shit. I'm like, that makes perfect sense. It lines up with what I'm doing. You see what I'm saying? I look at my altar, I see why I got my shit set up the way it's set up. And it's a vortex. My shit is a vortex. Like, I go anywhere I'm at, my shit is with me. So I got this, like, my subconscious mind, or my entire DNA is a Bifrost bridge to connect me to anywhere I want to go. Fueled by my imagination, my creativity, and my visualization, and above all, my belief in what I'm seeing. Belief in what I'm creating in the moment. Like, you see what I'm saying? I know 100,000 fucking % fact that this reality is a fucking, not only is it a simulation, but it's coming from me. It's an hallucination. It's coming from me. I know I'm dreaming this shit into existence. I know this is not real. I know that. What's real is what I create within my imagination. And I know that. But that comes with responsibility. That comes with being responsible with that power. So with that being said, like, I don't have to control everybody within my environment consciously. I don't have to do that. I'm doing it anyway. I just gotta just let it flow. Just let it be. Why am I doing that? I wonder who am I proving that shit to? For what? To me, my ego, I guess. Like, but for what? For what? For fucking what? Why am I so power hungry? The predatory spiritualism. Why I gotta devour all this energy and all that shit when I'm doing it naturally anyway? Let it flow. Let the energy just be. Stop trying to you don't have to control it. By surrendering to it, you control it. Go look at that fucking scene from Doctor Strange where Mordo was talking that shit. When I saw that shit, it just blew, boom. I'm like, that's it. That makes perfect sense. I understand where I was at fault in certain things. I had to change my perception of my reality. And that altered me. That fucking shot my shit. It upgraded me just on some mere shit like that. Shout out to Narwhal. Also, again, me and Travis Maggis we got the Pyrex spot bubbling. I'm going to just say that, and I'm going to leave it alone. This shit is going to be a brick, and that bitch going to be pure motherfucking unstepped on coke. That shit going to kill the streets. Trust me when I tell you that. So, Universe B, when it's talked about through, that's what H.P. Lovecraft interfaced with through his nightmares. That's what's been talked about Kenneth Grant, Michael Berdio, and others, where they talk about this realm, this chaotic sphere, this chaos plane of existence that's outside the circles of time, or outside of this reality that we in. And by H.P. Lovecraft, I'm going to stay on him, by him interfacing with this energy, what we are, like I said, we're monsters for those that observe or interface with our energy that's not connected with us through the melanin or whatever, like, so quote unquote white people. I'm going to say that. So when they interface with this raw primal chaos that we are, it manifests and filters through the chaos sphere, through their conscious mind or their calcified pineal gland, in the images of raw, just grotesque abominations of monsters that you find within the Necronomicon. You see what I'm saying? Grab this motherfucker for a minute, because y'all need to understand this shit. This is Donald Tyson Necronomicon. I got the Peter Levender, or the you know what I'm saying, the whatever the fuck you call it, Simon. I got that one in there too. But that's what we are. So when they interface, like, look, I got shit all up in here, man. I got Zarbonda, I got Dagon, I got all everything. So when they interface with this shit, it's It scares the shit out of them. That's why the natural philosophy of anybody, any white culture that's dealing with this shit, that's coming face to face with not gods, titans, something else is what we are really. When they interface with that shit, cosmicism is the natural state of being for them. They know that they don't exist outside of this. They're not a part of the chaos sphere. They don't have the shards of Tiamat. They don't have the shards of chaos. And that manifests through us talking about they don't have souls and they rigid, they don't have no spirituality. It manifests as that throughout history, throughout culture. That's what we talk about. So, but it's something else. They don't have the chaos sphere. They're not chaos beings. So we running this shit unconsciously, whether you know it or not, even in our own fucking stupidity and ignorance that gave birth to what this world is, while they run around in it trying to find some type of place within it to exist. You see what I'm saying? So that manifests as them trying to fight for survival, if you understand that. What I mean by that is they're genetically being wiped out. You see what I'm saying? They're genetically being swallowed up. That's just what happened, and it's manifesting as them having self-destructive behavior, killing themselves through what's that shit called, deaths of despair, and going things of that nature. It's destroying them. Their minds are being destroyed. And if you understand anything about the new Avengers movie, one thing outside of all the SJW shit, I enjoyed the movie, by the way, but more so what it was is, you know what I'm saying, through neurocinematics and then how the subconscious mind absorbs information, that they were trying to, through quantum tunneling, go back into time to stave off the inevitable, which is Thanos, which is you, which is entropy, which is chaos, which is death, to not allow that to happen, to somehow hold on to as much life as they can. That's what they tried to do within the movie. Tried to do. But nigga like me picked it up and no. So what we're experiencing is the collapse of this existence. You see what I'm saying? But more so, I'm going to go back on our DNA, man, our ancestors within our DNA. You have to create a ritual for yourself. Hopefully you advance enough that you reprogram your DNA, you reprogram your subconscious mind, and you know how to interface with it. And it's not any book that you're going to be able to read that's going to explain that. This is something that you're going to instinctually be able to know once you're on this level of memory and understanding that, or remembrance of understanding of that. That's how you interplay with it. It's a technology, and it's subtle. And it's all the communication and activation of this is done within your imagination and your creativity and the work and confidence and everything that you've put forth, you know what I'm saying, with your consciousness growth and your spirituality. So by communicating with your DNA, by tapping into your ancestral lineage, when you do this, the side effect of that is memories are gonna come online. Memories that just start making sense. Puzzle pieces that start to make sense. And you got to think about it. Like, for example, the slave trade, the traumatic experience that we went through with the slave trade, right? Whether you believe it or not. That was trauma there. That trauma is power, right? But it's trauma, nonetheless. And that's one of the mechanisms that reprograms the subconscious mind. Repetition, trauma, and symbols. That's also, from my understanding today, this is my understanding of it, that's also a mechanism for reprogramming your melanin, for reprogramming your DNA. You see what I'm saying? So if you're going within your DNA and you got, not just you cleared your shit for yourself, right? But you're also clearing it for them as well. But what I'm expressing it to you is, I want you to interface with I want you to go within yourself on some Ant-Man shit, on some quantum tunneling within yourself, within your own DNA, to communicate with your ancestors that's there. And unlocking relinquishing the traumatic experiences that they went through, to allow that energy to be transmuted now in this moment for you to unlock even more DNA codons that's going to impact not just you, but everybody on the planet that's connected with the melanin. 100's monkey effect. There'll be a video later on today or tomorrow where a nigga is picking up on these thought forms that I'm sending out through the atmosphere or the ionosphere. Thoughts are things, and they travel. People pick up on frequency and brain waves and entrainment and synchronization with things that they have rapport with. You see what I'm saying? So it will be some shit. Motherfuckers will start talking about this shit. But I have to be the one that motherfucking stir the pot on it. You see what I'm saying? I gotta be the one that sparked this shit. You know what I'm saying? Snap this shit into existence for us to get this shit really popping. You see what I'm saying? So by communicating with your ancestors. Another way you can do that is one of the ways I use a lot of mirror dimension. I communicate with my parallel self within mirrors. Mirrors is a gateway for me and for you as well. But you can also create a ritual for yourself. You can do however you want to do it. Do it your way. But you're using the mirror as a bridge, as a gateway to cross. But you can communicate with your ancestors through the mirror. But it's coming from within you. You project that image from your creativity and your visualization with your mind into the mirror and see them and talk to them. They there, they ready. Understand something. We're like Legion. We're walking. We have the entire pantheon of our entire fucking existence that has no point in time where this shit started. We are beyond time and space. We are something we're chaos. There's no point where chaos starts. It just is. And you just are. You see what I'm saying? I am. Understand that. So what we walking with all those experiences, all those ancestors and shit is within you right fucking now. They walking with you all the time. And that's quote unquote the spiritual realm or the spiritual ancestors that we all work with and communicate with. That's what you, everywhere that you go. Are you communicating with them? Are you talking to them? Are you allowing the bridge to be open where the gateway of communication is the open door? They have something to say. They have something to say, and they have a job for you to do. Understand that. They have a job for you to do, and doing what you need to do to unlock your DNA yourself. By you doing that yourself, by you doing those spiritual work for yourself, you're not just doing it for you, you're doing it for the entire motherfucking ancestral bloodline that you a part of. It's bigger than you. It's bigger than me. You see what I'm saying? They want to be released of that experience. And it's up to you to do it. You understand how responsible this shit is? That's how the fuck I felt like I'm responsible for the entire motherfucking, everything. I got to talk about this shit because I'm actively activating fucking melanin. I'm actively working on connecting the I Ching with the DNA. I'm doing that every fucking day. I'm activating shit. So I'm mutating, I'm changing, I'm transforming. And as a side effect, that comes with responsibility. That's why I got to express this shit the way I'm expressing it. So whatever the fuck happened with that abduction when I was a kid, it upgraded me. You see what I'm saying? It allowed me to have access to be able to do what the fuck I'm doing right now. Talking this shit I'm talking. For you to do the work necessary for you to cultivate your DNA activation, for you to not only activate it for yourself, but to bring online your ancestors within you. But above all, to be responsible with what comes with that. Because what comes with that is you reconnecting to your power. How you gonna control that? Controlling it is surrendering to it. If that makes any sense. See this skull? With this skull, and using, for example, this magic wand. If you can see the light within this magic wand acts as a carrier wave of knowledge, a carrier wave of information. This is your skull. This is your pineal gland. This is the pineal gland, represents the unconscious collective or unconscious mind of humanity. And with this, I can use this light spectrum, this light carrier wave, to impact the entire motherfucking human race with this. To unlock and to work on the genetics, the DNA. Be clear, be focused on that. You see what I'm saying? Now watch what happened. You will hear this, and you will start to. By the time you get to this point in this video, you will start to bring shit to start making more sense for you, and you will come up with your own ritual on how you're gonna conduct it for yourself. I had to do this. And it's gonna be a 3-parter. You see what I'm saying? I got a lot more of this shit I could talk about. I mean, I could go on and on and on about a lot of the different things that happened to me last night when I woke up, all the shit that I got on my mind to talk about. But this is one of them. This is an important message that I had. This is probably the most powerful shit I ever fucking wrote or said, you know what I mean? Because of the importance of it. Understand something, man. Like I said, with great power comes with great responsibility. And you having this power, you being what you are, is beyond all of this shit. So you don't have to fight. This is not a fight for you to do it, to be what you are. You everything. Understand that. Just be. That's where I'm at with this shit. Like, I'm understanding my role, my importance. And not just me, of the entire history of us. The entire story with us. You see what I'm saying? And being able to transcend this dimension, the plane of existence. You're not here as a prisoner. You here because you want to be here. Just like I'm here because I want to be here. I'm here because I want to do what I'm doing right now. I want to be able to express this shit. You see what I'm saying? To go through the loss of memory and forgetting what I am, to reconnect that, to reconnect the memories of being I am. And it's like, oh shit, I'm a God the whole time. Or I'm the Titan the whole time. Or I'm chaos the whole time. Wow. Just sit back and meditate on that shit. I have no idea what the fuck I'm going to call this video, but my email about to blow up again, and it's going to be motherfuckers contacting me with testimonies and ways for them to advance their shit. They're going to come with me with questions, and you're going to see other videos of people talking about this shit, because I'm putting it out there. It's in the idiosphere. This is almost a form of a mimetic structured thought form virus that's going to trigger certain memories in certain people to express and talk about. So this entire video was a ritual to do exactly just that. Not for just you, but for myself as well. Because in helping you, I'm helping myself. This is how I can conserve the energy I'm harnessing. So we'll see.